Hey everyone, this is my Patreon proud reaction to the 9th episode of Princess Principal. And last episode was a great one, for sure. I mean, the actual spy mission plot of the episode was just, investigating this O'Reilly guy and figuring out who he was contacting with and then eventually telling him, like, nah, it's a trap, dude, just go with us, we'll get you set up with a Commonwealth on the wall, like, just... But we got this, but that really wasn't what was the most important of the episode. It was the actual backstory and fleshing out of with Anja and Princess's relationship. We got to see all sorts of details about how exactly that went, how they met, how they got separated during the revolution, all that stuff, and then just kind of having this climax at the end where they both, Anja tells the princess that no, she is the real princess now, and she should do her best with that, and had a nice little piano duet thing going on that they did in the past, and just it was great. I really enjoyed that episode. Now this one, it looks like we're going to go backwards a little bit to case 11, I want to say, and then future episodes after that, I think it's all just going forward chronologically, if I remember correctly. So yeah, not sure what we'll get with this episode though, so let's just jump in and find out. 3, 2, 1, play. Okay, looks like we're starting over at our school. Elder sister. Did she have a sister? I don't remember that. Yes, put in Japanese terms. I actually don't have a good answer for that. I don't know, makes you feel important. It's an amazing frame to freeze on it, by the way. Yeah, who farted? Is it the ink? Nato, yeah. That's of course what she's referring to. Are you hiding meat in there somewhere, Chisa? Nukazuke, okay. I don't think she's a fan. Well then. I do love reminding us that Chisa is a Japanese character. In case you forgot. So are we going to get a bit of focus on Chisa and Beatrice in this episode? I hope somebody pushes her mute button again. I'm a girl that sees through lies. Just... The line has a lot more weight to it after seeing all that backstory stuff. If certain other people could see it through lies, and she would have been in a lot of trouble. Back into it. Episode 9, Hell-Mel Duel. Is this whole episode just gonna be Chisa describing her daily life here? Doesn't look great. Well, no. Japan is a pretty great country for food. This country just can't compare. It's simple as that. Chisa, yes, that's what you do in this class. Miss Toto, what are you doing? Flies in... Well, that's understandable. Okay, I'm getting ready for some Bato Jutsu. Wow, okay. She did it. And I know English, but she can do that. Yeah, that makes sense. You're kind of a warrior. So yeah, probably not the whole episode will be this, but at least decent chunk. Could you stand out anymore? You're supposed to be a spy. You're a terrible spy. No offense. And what's she gonna draw? Oh. Well, yeah, sounds about right. That's totally you. Do you not see the resemblance? But yeah, the gist of it is, you know, not exactly a perfect adjustment to this culture. Yeah, that's what would get her attention. You know, fencing. Not quite the same as kendo. uh, yeah, official channels and whatnot. What, you gonna... Why? Why would you do that? Why would you even have that in there? What did you even throw? I've never heard of that. I mean, I heard of throwing down a gauntlet. Yeah. That was more than a little bit rude. I think she might be mad at you. Nah, why not? If you're angry, it's a perfect time to fight. Okay. This is pretty great. This just escalated very quickly. She's kind of cute, though. Oh no, he's gonna get hit, isn't he? Oh. Okay, yeah, you're in trouble, Chise. I'm glad Dorothy liked it. It kind of is, though. Just... Yeah, that's why it makes it okay to hit him with a stick, apparently. She has some kind of personality. Watch that before you eat with it. Seriously, I'm glad somebody's pointed it out. Yes, it is. Yeah, I mean, of course. It was a little weird to even hear her talk like that. Indeed. I guess I could see your point. It's so weird seeing Anja act like that. Well, I mean, she has friends now, so there's plenty to smile about. Yeah, it's because for a while you had to be very protective of what you thought about. Okay. Thank you for telling me. I wouldn't have guessed that. Want to hit him with a stick next? It really is. Lily, huh? It's a pretty nice name. Okay. Yeah, she is. She certainly is a girl, I can tell you that. That's what I want to ask. This is clearly not Anja. You sure told her, huh? Get wrecked. Well, as she said, you should choose your friends better. That was not a bad response, though. That was a pretty good response, actually. Yeah, the whole episode might just be this format, which is fine. It's a hard thing to avoid. Oh, voice shenanigans. It's a very valuable throat. I would personally love to make use of that throat. Take that however way you want. Hello, Dorothy. She's got a couple weapons at least. Don't mind. Well, yeah, because you're not super familiar with this country yet, so don't want to push you too hard. That is so cool. Wish I could do that. It's completely normal to feel that way. Just gotta give it time. Oh, here we go. This is much more Japanese. A very different country, clearly. I can definitely see some culture shock. No one here will complain about my natto and whatnot. She's amazing. Spyception. Yeah, you gotta ally yourselves with the winners if you feel like you have to. Have we met the sister she keeps talking about? I'm trying to think. I don't think so. And who are these people? I assume just random jerks. It's funny because he's actually speaking Japanese. Yeah, I knew he was gonna do that. Now he's gotta stab these people and then we'll be on our way. So we're gonna stab him or... We did it right this time. Can this guy even fight though? Yeah, both are pretty unforgivable. Well, at least they're around, so things shouldn't get too bad. Yeah, and you have none, so... So, Princess, you got an idea? Because I do want these guys to suffer in some way. You're the one that provoked her, though. Yeah, I get where you're coming from, but I still want to stab this man. Hopefully they get some karma before the episode's over. And we have time, right? Yeah, we don't see these two interact much. Okay. You mean there's more steps? Makes sense. Yeah, I gotta write this stuff down. Just gotta handle it a little bit better, you know? Okay. So we are gonna make this happen. Okay. Hopefully he, dies. Yeah, why do I have a feeling that things are not gonna be all that fair? Okay, so though he did come back in some way. I don't know, she's cute even if she has personality problems. Yeah, he quite clearly doesn't. Kung Fu is not Japanese. Yeah. I was wondering how he rigged the gun, and that was the way. Because obviously the gun was rigged. I was just worried it would actually blow up or something. That's not too bad. Of course, this is gonna be fine. Hopefully one of these shots makes contact with him. Yeah, we'll show you something a bit more fair. Yeah. How do you like that one, Nissan? There you go. It's not a magic trick, she flung it at you. I mean, if he wants to throw it at her, he can. Yeah, because I'm sure she can hit what she wants with this thing. Yeah, think this through. Yeah, I might want to handle this better. This is what I wanted. This is much better. Yeah, you better. Level kind of nervous Lily is. Well, that's great. I mean, that's pretty much what I could have hoped for. Should aim for the eyes the first time, though. But I didn't expect that. You know, Chisa's a good kid. That's why you don't mock the Chisa. Yeah, gotta say something. Okay, you're making me a little bit nervous. Making me a lot nervous. Oh, just a drum, okay. What are we doing? A celebration or so? Oh my god, what are we doing here? Okay. Okay. Like, she doesn't even know what's happening. Like, I guess they're trying to do some Japanese culture here. Whatever you say. I did not expect this. Indeed. uh, just a little. So rude. I know, right? Nothing beats her weirdness, though. This is some great banter here. Only it still makes you an old hag. Just accept it. However, of course. Of course. Yeah, this was definitely a cheat set focused episode. That scene, though, just. I was getting a little bit nervous about what was going to happen, because this show can get kind of dark sometimes. But then she hit the drum, and at that point, I had half figured out what was happening, and then people just started walking in. Just that was something. I just, yeah, it was hilarious. Because the episode had been so much of Chisa just looking at all this Western culture stuff and, you know, kind of trying to deal with it. And, you know, near the end of the episode, they tried to adapt some Japanese culture to, you know, help her out. So I think it was appreciated. There's really nothing funnier than somebody trying to, you know, trying to emulate another culture, you know? But it's a thought that counts, you know? Okay, well, that was the 9th episode of Princess Principal. Like I said, this episode was all about Chisa trying to go into this Western school and trying to do her best there, you know. However, she quite clearly stands out a lot, which is not great for a spy, is what I thought, but Princess made kind of a good point, whereas if she did blend in perfectly, that itself might be a bit suspicious, because you wouldn't expect that. If you go to a school in a completely different culture, and this is like before the age of the internet, so you really didn't have the same kind of exposure to other cultures as you would in this day and age. So if you just went from your country to a very different country, there would be a very rough, difficult adjustment period as you see these people doing very different things than you, doing things differently than you're used to, having different, you know, ideals and thoughts and opinions on certain things. It's just a lot to adjust to. So you're definitely going to stand out and probably offend some people, you know. But you just gotta do your best, you know. Most people will be understanding for that sort of thing, and anyone that's not is probably a jerk and should be ignored anyway. Which we did see some of that in this episode, because most people are pretty, you know, nice and respectful to Chisa, but there were some exceptions, which is what always happens regardless of what country you go to. You just gotta try to fight the urge to look at those exceptions and try to paint the whole country like that, because it's obviously not the case. You know, Chisa's got plenty of friends and having fun, and they're willing to help her as much as they can. But yeah, we got a lot of narration and stuff from Chisa. She even talked about how she feels like she hasn't been doing enough to contribute, but she did kind of contribute in her own way in this episode, because she kind of offered a bit of a distraction with the duel shenanigans. However, yeah, we still have the thing with her trying to investigate whether or not they want to ally themselves with the Commonwealth or, you know, our enemy. But yeah, she's just still working on that. She's still looking. She's still trying to figure things out. But one thing she knows for sure is that she does want to ally with them, because they're now her friends, you know. So of course she would want to be on their side if given the option, and that's really all she can say for now. But yeah, the jerks, I really did really not like them at all. They were just quite blatantly bad people. But so I'm glad we were able to deal with that, though, in the end. You know, Chisa, because they tried to screw her over as much as they possibly could with the not fake gun, the faulty gun and everything like that. And I liked her response to that, like, oh, well, if this thingy he gave me can't properly shoot bullets, then I'll just shoot them myself. And then she did, and she was pretty accurate with it. Like, if she wanted to have a fatal shot there, she probably could have, you know? So he should consider himself lucky that that's all the damage she felt like doing. But yeah, in the end, he was kind of forced to give that apology that I'm sure he didn't actually mean at all, but he backed down. That's the important thing. She won. So that's all I could really hope for in that situation. He was never really going to feel bad about his behavior, because he's a bad person. But we did have a lot of pretty funny stuff with Chisa in the episode. Just a lot of little moments. Like, we had her... Apparently, we had Beatrice complain about her eating, like, natto and stuff. We had her doing artwork that's not quite what it was supposed to be. We had her trying to challenge somebody who was a, you know, Western swords person, and because they're like a fencer or whatever, who didn't really want to duel her, and she just like throws something at her face, and she's like, what? I thought that's what you do in this culture. It's like, no, it's supposed to do that with a glove, not whatever that was. And then she just get all mad, and then ended up fighting her, and she just ended up hitting the teacher, and it was all pretty great. But, you know, just classic Chisa shenanigans, you know. We had Lily as well, who, oddly enough, played a decent, important role in this episode, you know. I did like the princess's kind of burn towards her, because she did that classic, you know, bully line of, yeah, you should probably choose your friends more carefully or whatever, and she just like turned that around on her. It's like, oh, so you're saying I shouldn't be friends with you? Or whatever she said. It was something like that. So that was great. But, you know, we got things all worked out. Yeah, then we had that scene where they just all walked in, banging the drum, doing the motions, and just, I don't know, I thought that was hilarious. and Dorothy looking pretty good in her own way over there. Just, not even sure where they got the drum really, but just really caught Chisa off guard with this. So, you know, I don't know, just seeing the princess do that in particular was hilarious. Just, I could watch that multiple times and probably not get bored of it. Also like Beatrice's little stance there when she just kind of, you know, turns her head back or whatever, like, yeah, like I'm wearing this thing, this is the thing that's happening. I'm not sure what to think of this, but I'm doing it. And then Chisa's laugh was, I'm glad Chisa laughed about it, because that's the best thing you can really do. So, and yeah, the little end there they had about calling each other weird was also great. Just, like, you're weird because you're Black Lizard Planet. No, you're weird because you're an old lady at the high school. Just, that was good too. So yeah, I thought it was a pretty good episode. Not as good as last episode, of course, but still pretty good. And that's all I really got to say on it. So I look forward to watching more. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.